Hello, I'm Tim Krul. Welcome to Norwich City Central.
Hello, everybody. Lewis, Norwich City Central. I hope you are all doing well. Okay, after that, I hope this is going to be a fan reaction. 10 minutes, 10-minute video hearing your guys' thoughts as Norwich City lose 2-0 to Burnley. And we've had so many instances this season where Norwich City have made mistakes themselves. They've had self-inflicted errors, playing around the back, not defending simple set pieces. But Norwich City today have found new ways to create problems for themselves, new ways to kick themselves over, and quite creative ways really. But no, it's been an absolute disaster yet again for Norwich City. Norwich City, I thought, defended quite well in the second half, but still a disaster, a shambles. All those words you want to lose, and God, let's just hope the season ends now, and let's hope the mentality changes next season, because if we continue to play like we are going into the championship, we've got big problems. Quickly before the fan reaction begins, I've got a Ko-fi page, which I will leave a link to. It's a one-off donation. If you do feel like donating, please feel free to do so. That would really be appreciated and go towards helping the channel and making better videos, better editing, all that good stuff. So I will leave that in the description. And if you are new to Norwich City Central, please subscribe, and I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments section. I got your thoughts from Instagram. Let's see what a few of you have to say as Norwich City lose 2-0 to Burnley. And it's a game which I don't think you're going to forget for a while. Matthew, very happy Zinnerman's back. Looks like he was answering some doubts. We had a lot of negativity going into this game, coming from this game, but Christoph Zimmerman coming back was good. He defended well, made some good blocks. Not quite sure about the hairstyle. Is it a yay or is it a nay? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. But no, yeah, I thought Zimmerman had a good game and is better than Tim Closer in my opinion. And yeah, it was good to see him back on the pitch after a lot of injury concerns. In this fan reaction video, because Norwich City are relegated, and because if you don't laugh you'll cry, I will be much more light-hearted. I will be more laid back, because as I say, I've been quite critical a lot this season, as a lot of Norwich City fans and pundits have been. But I think you've kind of got to laugh and kind of, otherwise you'll cry, because it's been a real parody of a season. Josh Martin FP, Kevin Friend is not my friend, never has and never will be. Shocking. Look, on the referee's performance, in my match reaction video, I said that I didn't think both were red cards, although I can see why they were given. Definitely, I can see why both were given. But regardless on whether your opinion or whether they were red cards or not, Emi Buendia and Josip Drmic did not have to do that. I can understand Emi Buendia's frustration, particularly. The player kicks out at him, and Buendia's been frustrated and left an elbow on him. But if you're going to give a red card for that, then you need to consider why the Burnley players kicked out at him. And as for Josip Drmic, it's pathetic that he's lunged in like that. It's really disappointing, right in front of Daniel Farke as well. Daniel Farke's come out and said that he is trusting him, trust Drmic, trying to back him, and Josip Drmic repays him and his teammates and the fans on the pitch like that. No, that's absolutely disgusting. It's a terrible challenge, but purely because his studs don't catch the Burnley player, I wouldn't say it's a red, but still a needless challenge. And yeah, Kevin Friend, I mean, let's be real. Referees and VAR decisions, when they've been 50-50, have not gone in Norwich's favour. This game is a representation of our season. Can't argue with that. Self-inflicting errors, being embarrassing kind of to the whole Premier League community. Yeah, I would agree with that. Scotty B, awful, horrible game to watch. Tim Krul was my man in the match. Could have been more. When you're defending with 9 men, a scoreline could get ugly. So I have a lot of praise for how Norwich City defended. Some really good blocks, as we say, from the likes of Christoph Zinnerman and Ben Godfrey. But Tim Krul, yet again, with a fantastic performance, was my man the match too. Made so many saves, and Tim Krul hasn't deserved the defence he's had. If Norwich City had a settled back four, maybe things would be different. But Tim Krul's kept us in a lot of games, and nothing but compliments to, without a doubt, the player of the season for me. Norwich memes, team looks dejected, need the new season to come quick. I do agree with you. I just want the season to end now, and the longer the season goes on, and the longer Norwich City put these abysmal kind of results in, then it's going to affect the mentality next season. New season needs to come quick. We need to rebuild. We need to get a few attacking players in, refresh the side, and hope that gives us a lift, because if we continue playing like we are, we look like a mid-table championship side. We don't look like a team who are a title-winning championship side. We lack confidence. We're not doing the basics right in defence, and we're going to get ripped apart from set pieces by a lot of championship squads. And yeah, really, really worrying times. But let's hope we get the summer right. Let's go to some of your Twitter comments now. And let's start with some Twitter comments. Let's start with Manduko Lokum. I like this comment. This is a good comment. So Stuart Webber came out and said he gave Norwich City have gone into this season into a war without a gun. That was in his recent interview. If we've gone to war without a gun this season, how come we've managed to shoot ourselves in the foot so much? I love that comment. Norwich City have shot themselves in the foot so many times. They've needless errors, stupid mistakes, time and time again, time after time. Don't know what. Yeah, it's been really, really poor, and Norwich City need to, have a really critical conversation needs to be had at Norwich City Football Club to get things right. Lord Flashheart, I'm excited to see what we can come up with for the Man City game. It's all beyond parody at the moment. I'm fearful not Man City could get into double figures. That's going to be horrible. And it's all become a parody. Norwich City are a laughing stock. And although we didn't play badly in terms of our defending in that second half, we're still a laughing stock because of just the nature of the second goal we conceded with the own goal. Ben Godfrey meant to be worth £50 million, and the red cards as well just look absolutely stupid. Needless from Buendia, needless from Drmic. Regardless of whether you think it was a red card or not. Melissa Hanya positive to say Zimmerman is back and looking sexy. No comment on that. What I will say is Christoph Zimmerman has got a new haircut. Do you like it? Do you not? It's certainly an interesting haircut. But regardless of his haircut and what he's doing with his hair, he's defending quite well at the moment, putting a really good defensive display. And I think Tim Close's Norwich City career is probably up. He's injury prone, and you probably want to go back to Switzerland. And Zinnerman, he looks good, and with someone who needs to be around the squad in the Championship, in my opinion. Down, Daniel Farke got us promoted with a team worth 10 million, with some backing and changing mentality. I believe he can get us back and learn from this season's mistakes. Really good point, Nat, from Jacob. Look at Sean Dyche and their model. Burnley went to the Premier League, got relegated, kept with Sean Dyche, then they managed to stay up. And what do teams like Burnley, Crystal Palace, Watford, what have they done? They've managed to, with limited resources, managed to find a way to scrape in the Premier League, finish 17th, finish 16th, managed to, play ugly and get the points. And then from that build, Norwich City, just year after year, have not been able to do that and, grind out games. The ability to, play sometimes dirty, play ugly, that's what Norwich City can't do. But if Norwich City can follow the Burnley model and Daniel Farke can change the mentality and get us playing good football again, that's what you want to see. And, I think Farke still deserves an opportunity. John Carter, post-lockdown has been torture. I feel like I've been watching that Norwich 1-7 Colchester game for a month now. At least we scored in that one. Well, we did score in this one with a nice Ben Godfrey finish at the wrong end, though, sadly. Paul has a different viewpoint. What a shit show, Project Calamity. I mean, restart has been serious. Questions need to be asked at the top. At the end of all of this, what the hell has gone on since we've come back? It's been a complete shambles of the bloody embarrassment. Paul, it's been a shambles, it's been an embarrassment, and critical conversations need to have, because, with Farke and how we're playing, we're not going to do what we want in the Championship next season. So a mentality needs to change, and Norwich need to be better. Divides opinion, but I hope Kenny McLean stays next season. Me too. I think he's a good player, a good squad player. I'm not sure if he would start every game, although Farke loves him, but I think he's a good player. Little Norwich manager publicly backs you against fan criticism, and you repay him by making that kind of tackle when you've just had a man sent off. Just unfathomable from an international striker. Alert the loan market now. His music videos could be someone else's embarrassment next season. For me, I agree. It's harsh, but I agree. Josip Dirt, just like any worker, anyone, you need to come in and you need to do a job. And Drmic has made silly tackles, rash tackles. And for me, I would rather us, sign a new striker. Simple as that. He's let the team down today and the fans down. Mark Hanna, my positive from that game is how well did Norwich manage to make a profit out of Robbie Brady. Absolute garbage of a player. Norwich City sold Robbie Brady for, what did we sell him for, about 10-12 million? Yeah, that's good money. And what Norwich City do is they do get good money for players like the Murphys and Brady and Pritchard. That's what Norwich City have been good. And finally, we end by ex-Norwich City player and legend Darren Huckabee. 9 men worked their socks off, but let's be honest, we haven't looked like winning with 11 men since, never mind 9. We've deserved everything we've got since lockdown. Need this finished season. Only Manchester City left. That's a nice place to sum up from Darren. Yeah, 9 men worked their socks off. I thought it was a good second half performance. Christoph Zimmerman did very well when he came back in. But look, Norwich City have not been good enough and they deserve everything that's coming to them. That's my thoughts. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. Norwich City 0, Burnley 2, and Norwich City have found new ways to, have horrific results. And they've really embarrassed themselves today. And players like Josip Drmic and Buendia have really, made it hard for Norwich City today. Full time, Norwich City 0, Burnley 2. Love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll see you later.